most of us, we live in a box. And we don't want to go outside that box at all, ever. Outside that box is all these possibilities of life. What we do is we shackle our mind. We are a prisoner in our own mind that this is all I can do. This is all I'm good at. We take away the possibilities of you could be this, you could be that, you could be all these things. I never thought in my wildest dreams I could be a Navy SEAL. Open-mindedness creates that. We all shut down our mind. Like for instance, when I broke the pull-up record, everybody around me who heard the pull-up record was 4,020 pull-ups. That's the first thing they did. Oh my God. It's 4,020 pull-ups in a 24-hour period. Yeah. The first thing I did versus closing my mind to like, oh my God, that's crazy. Instead of taking life and making it out to be this grandiose thing, start breaking it down. Start breaking it down. And I never thought at 300 pounds I could be Navy SEAL. So if my mind was shackled, me and you would never meet. There'd be no book. There'd be nothing. So what people understand is that they live for themselves, not knowing that you have the power within yourself to change millions of lives by facing life, by facing yourself. And through that, I would die never knowing that I had the power to change millions of lives. God put me in a very interesting spot of life where He made hell my teacher. He made hell my teacher. And a lot of people don't understand that. So I'm trying to give people a different thought process of life where failure, hell, disappointment, discomfort is a great learning tool. And many people don't understand that. And a lot of people won't even understand this interview when we get done with it. But it's these few moments in life that you have. Like for me, I always talk about it. Rocky 1, round 14. That 1 2-minute and 13-second clip of Rocky getting up when Apollo knocked him down. That one clip, when I was going through a very bad time in my life, I saw what I wanted to be. And it wasn't a guy that won. It wasn't a guy that won everything he did. It was a guy that kept getting up after being knocked down. So I realized if that 2 minutes and 13 seconds changed my life, that's all it was. I saw something that I needed to be in the world I was living in. Maybe my story will give someone the 2 minutes and 13 seconds they need to change their life. Millions of people live in a very comfortable place. That's fine. Don't listen to me. A lot of people are looking for that 2 minutes and 13 seconds, and I might be that person. So I know how it is to be alone. You have to be able to flip alone on top of his head. I gained a lot of strength from having a sewer mentality. And what a sewer mentality is how many people can make it out of the sewer alone with no coach, no trainer, no one to guide you, no one to mentor you, just having a straight up killer mentality, having a warrior mindset, having a round 14, I'm gonna get up mindset. And you have to learn to flip that loneliness into like total like power. And that's what I was able to do. I was able to like, you know what? If I can come out of this sewer that I'm living in my mind, if I can overcome all these things by myself, how much strength will I gain from this? And you gain a ton of strength from it. So that's how I looked at my life growing up. I stopped looking at all the bad things that life handed me. And I started looking more as the ultimate training ground for where I want to go. My most inspirational time is when I was 300 pounds and I was trying to lose weight, and I was having all these self-talks, trying to find strength all over my brain. So you start to have these different mantras, like almost every 3 or 4 seconds a different mantra comes up. And just there's a lot of power in that from being that underdog mentality. And whenever I go out to work out, it's not like I'm David Goggins now, 44, I've achieved a lot. Every time I go out to work out, I'm that 300-pound guy spraying for cockroaches, nothing. Because if you think that way, you can only achieve the best. If you've arrived and you go out there, I don't need to be out here doing this. Mostly now for me, it's about going the distance. If I go out there every day trying to beat myself, that's gonna fatigue me. Every day I know that there's not many people doing what I'm doing, and that's enough. If you like bench pressing and you bench press all the time, what are you finding out? If you like to swim, that's all you wanna do is swim, what are you finding out? People talk about triple down on your strengths. No, triple down on your weaknesses. Find out something about yourself. You already know the good, you already know the happy. That's why on my Facebook page, I goes, why don't you talk about good times? You know how to get through that. You don't need no one to tell you how to get through. It's happy. That's easy. I'm gonna tell you how you can help yourself get through the times that suck. Real life. This is real life. 90% of your life will suck. 10% will be happy. You may be a lucky guy and have a lot of money, have a great ass woman, all this. Trust me, one-on-one with that guy, he's missing something. His life still sucks because he hasn't faced something that bothered him his whole life. Something is still eating you up, but maybe you found a good way, how I did growing up, on how to ignore that voice. At a young age, I realized that I had a very weak mind, and I want nothing to interfere with my own thought process. Like a lot of people before they go on stage, they get a little bit tipsy, get a little buzz, maybe smoke a little something, do a little something. I want to make sure that every single thing I feel is real. I want no masking. I want nothing to mask my ability to feel fear, to overcome fear, whatever it may be. I'm not saying that people who drink and do these different things are trying to hide. Some people just do it. For me, I think of it as almost like a masking agent, so then your mind doesn't have to work as hard, and that means I'm losing. I thought I had given 100%. When I was on that chair at mile 70, I thought I'd given 100%. And to go that last, I go, man, I wasn't even near 100%. So I came up with this thing called the 40% rule. It's like a car. You put a governor on a car, and they said the car can go 130. That governor stops the car at 91. And you're driving thinking, man, I want to floor it, but I can't go any faster. We do that to our brain. We put a governor on our brain. The second we feel pain, discomfort, suffering, all those words that we hate to say because we have this happy, peaceful world we live in now, we stop. We slow down. And if you can get through these different barriers and gain 5%, 2%, 3%, that 40% becomes 60. That 60% becomes 70, 80, and 90. And then you'll hopefully one day near 100. I don't know many people who probably at 100. We think we're there, but there's so much more. I didn't give 100% in that 101-mile run I did for the first time. So that's the scary thing. That's the scariest thing in the world. I didn't die.